Hi, welcome to my quick review of the 1981 Renault RE20. This is the model in 1/43rd scale by Spark, and as you can see it's driven by Renault RE20. So this is the 1980 season, and the reason I've got this is because I wanted to depict the finish line 1, 2, 3 podium places at the Brazilian Grand Prix when the Lotus 81 came third. I believe this came second, and the Williams came first, if I remember rightly. But I'm doing a series on my Formula One models at the moment, so I'll just take you around this Renault. Now this is interestingly strange. This front tyre looks surprisingly low profile for the era. You see the rear tyre, very high profile tyre, small wheel. The front doesn't seem right to me, so I'd say that was wrong, which is a shame, but because they would have all had the same tyres or the same dimensions tyres. I mean, previously in Formula One you did have competing tyre manufacturers, even though at the moment we only have the one brand from Pirelli, but anyway, they would have been the same size, I'm pretty sure. Sorry. Right. Okay, so it's the typical yellow for Renault, and typically Renault have an ELF sponsorship. I'm not sure what the connection is there, other than I guess ELF is a French oil manufacturer. Not sure, but there you've got an indent for the knacker ducts, that's true, and you've got representation of these grills along the side for the cooling pods, but they're not. There's no holes in the back of these vents, so it's not the perfect representation, but not too bad. I mean, I'm not saying that this is particularly better than the Mini Champs Formula One models I've just been reviewing the last couple of weeks. So, one of those things. So this, of course, is a V6 turbo. So it was Renault who really pushed the turbo into Formula One, taking a few years before they became successful. But interesting stuff. So in fact, in 1979 or 1980, I think it was 79, my dad had a Renault 18 Estate, and it had a sticker on the back of the back window about Renault Formula One World Champions or something. So that may have been the 1979. He probably bought it right at the end of 79, I suspect. Got it brand new, strangely enough, but that was a nice car. I did enjoy that. Anyway, so looking at this, yeah, I'm not too happy with the wheels. There's some issue on the rear wheel there. Okay, but these decals look to be great, so happy about that. Michelin, Renault, Tissot. So it's interesting, Lotus were also sponsored by Tissot. So interesting to think how many teams a particular sponsor may have sponsored at the same time. I mean, Magneti Marelli, I'm pretty sure they were sponsoring Ferrari too. Right, okay. So yeah, a bit underwhelmed by this car. Let's have a look in the cockpit. The steering wheel, is that even at the right angle? Almost. Maybe. There's no sign of a gear stick in there. Hard to see. It would be buried under his hand there. But the belts and overalls don't look too bad, and the helmet's pretty good for a tiny little thing. So yeah, not bad. Okay, looking under the car, you've got the big Venturis and the skirting. So you've got these flexible black skirts to seal the car in. There's reasonable suspension detail. Yeah, like I say, not quite as good as the Mini Champs ones I've been looking at. You've got the gearbox and the back of the gearbox there. I'm not sure what that is on the back of the gearbox. Let's have a look around the back. And you had this very typical Renault, what's kind of semi-integrated rear wing. I'm not sure what you'd call that, but interesting enough. Oh gosh. Okay, so that's weird. The rain light is actually upwards instead of pointing backwards. So I've not seen that on another car. Okay. Yeah. No. Fine. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Do subscribe, and you'll see the rest of this series. There'll be a playlist at the end for this particular series of reviews on the Formula One cars. And hang on for next week for the Williams. Okay, so plenty of other 12th scale, 18th, 64th, 43rd, Spark models, and HPI in particular. So yeah, do keep watching. Thanks a lot. Cheers.